My lovers, welcome to my channel. My name is Made for Love, and we're asking today about your person's secret confessions. Okay, listen, don't be too cerebral about it and talk about, well, confessions are always secret, blah 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 blah. Don't break it down mentally too much, like me. Let's just take it at face value, okay? All right. So what we're gonna ask today, we're gonna get significators as we usually do. We get a general confession from your person. We're gonna get a confession about their childhood. And remember, we're not allowed to spy in tarot. This is things that their higher self, their spirit wants us to know. Okay. Confession about their childhood, a confession about their work or career, and a confession about you and their feelings for you. Okay. And then we get some advice. In the extended, we look at their confessions. About the karmic energy, and what we'll do a sexy confession about you. I mean, remember when I used to do those sexy videos and I had to take all of them down because of YouTube? Who's against happiness, right? So I'll do a sexy confession for you, and then we'll look at your person's next actions towards you, okay? And I think those sexy videos that I took down, I think I'll upload them to Patreon. I'll let you guys know in the community post, okay? All right, so let us begin. But those used to be so cute. Well, cute and sexy. All right, so let's see. Oh, and this secret confession one, I've added it to my website along with a new ancestor reading. Okay, so let's get into this, guys. Let's see the energy. Let's tap into the energy. As you can see, I have a lot of energy today. All right. They are the hawk. Okay, so very focused. But you know, the hawk, he's so high above me, right? Because of the altitude, they're able to see the bigger picture, right? You focusing on the tree falling in the forest, they're focusing on the whole forest, right? And the ripple effects of everything and the connectivity of everything. A word just popped in my head and popped out. It was something, I can't even remember the word now, but something like how the ecology of everything kind of works in a symbiotic way, right? And not just for our environment, but in terms of humanity and mankind, and the ripple effect of every single thing that we do and say. And I think they're looking this way at their own life and the ripple effect of everything that they have said and done thus far, and how it has created the system. That's what I hear. So I'm going to say the word. The system that they are in right now. I don't know why they're using that word system, but they're saying system. Maybe they're incarcerated. I don't know. All right, we have the frog leaping here and there. But it says here, cleaning house and releasing emotional baggage. And that dovetails nicely with that hawk energy. I'm going to put on my glasses because I'm seeing some details in this card. Yeah. And that dovetails nicely with that hawk energy, right? Because to release, you have to identify in it. So that's the hawk, raise a vision, identifying, and then releasing this emotional baggage. Now, right in the back. I mean, it could be a stone, I suppose. No, it looks like a woman's skirt and a guy's legs. So I feel whatever reflection is happening at this time, and because we have emotional baggage, I think one, and it's a good thing we're asking about childhood confessions, because there's something about their parents that they want you to know. And also, I think they're definitely looking back on their romantic relationships, and they might be clearing house. They might be packing up and going somewhere, or somebody might be packing up and going somewhere, right? But this is a real deep dive into their own psyche, and again, taking accountability for everything said, done, and the things not said and not done, right? Because those have ripple effects as well, right? Let's see the energy towards you. Not the best deck. I have it on my desk because I was recording picker cards for my other channel. But listen, I'm going to trust the process that Spirit will allow me to magnetize the card that suits their energy best. And we have, yeah, you see, that's why we have to trust. We have partnerships and love, and we have nature spirits. And when I talk about nature, when I see nature spirits, I think about grounding immediately, right? I think about grounding. I think about what's natural. I think about kindred spirits. So that's what they're thinking about right now. And they're also thinking about healing. And I think it's no coincidence that there are 3 stars in this deck, right? So there may be third parties that might be involved in this, right? So looking back on all relationships, of course, yours and other people. Okay. The energy towards you is discipline. Okay, now they may see you as this. And look at the guy in the back, right? The wise guy. Not the wise guy like the con artist, right? The person who is wise. Long hair, long white hair, long white beard. And hair, always a symbol of wisdom, right? And especially ancient wisdom is embodied by this guy. So what your person is learning right now through their contact with you is discipline. Because they see you as a principled and disciplined person. They see you as someone who has healthy boundaries. They see you as someone who's a go-getter, someone who is self-motivated and determined, and they very much want to be like you. They do. I also get as well that if you and this person may have had some sort of situationship, let's call that, may have had some sort of situationship, or they have some sort of habit or pattern where they're going from pillar to post, or they're being some sort of philanderer or indisciplined in terms of their sexuality, that kind of thing. This is something that they are reining in right now, and they're giving structure to your relationship by having healthy boundaries. So that is also coming through as well. Let's pull some cards on this. This is a modern spellcaster's tarot. I think I use it once, if ever. And you can see there's a bit of weathering on the box there because I had it on my shelf that's next to the sunlight and it's not moved. So God, I picked it up today before further damage to the box. Okay, so we have the sun. Let's make sure that I told you I've never used this before. And I can tell because just about everything is in the upright. Guys, I have to shuffle again. Yeah, so I really have not used it before. Get some shuffling here. Give me 1 second, guys. Underneath the deck, Knight of Pentacles, stable, strong, know themselves, going after what they want, brave, might be slow, but that pause is to be just a little bit more strategic, just a little bit more meticulous. All right, Spirit, tell us about the frog and this release of emotional baggage. We have the 9 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Pentacles is us rising into self-mastery. Okay. It's us shedding that need for external validation. It's us giving ourselves enough love to weather the egos of other people, right? And not allowing people to project their own emotional baggage onto us. So as they become more embodied, they're not taking on other people's shit, right? Everybody got to paddle their canoe at some point in time, right? So they're here in the Ace of Wands, stepping into their power, and this is creating a new beginning and a path for your person. Look, these dark clouds passing. A path for your person to pursue what they want. The energy towards you right now, they might be holding back, okay? We have the Chariot. Now, they do want to move this forward. And we have the lotus. They see this connection as one that's deeply spiritual, but one that's also in need of healing. And because they see that's in need of healing, they're not going to come back around with the same dysfunction from the past. And the same way of doing the things and the same way of dealing with you. This person wants everything to be different, right? And that's why they're trying to show you that they have these healthy boundaries by also establishing boundaries in your relationship. They want you to recognize that they are brand new. They're not the same person. They've learned from their mistakes. They've learned from the grief, from the pain, and they're not going to repeat the same mistakes with you again. What do we have here? We have the Hanged Man, and that's why they're here. Deep contemplation. Okay, deep contemplation here. So this is someone that's thinking before they're leaping, whereas before they might have been impulsive because they didn't give a fuck. Okay. All right, so let's ask Spirit. First secret confession is a general confession where we invite them to confess whatever they want about whoever they want. Could be anything. Okay, could be anything. Could even be their favorite food or some shit. Anything. Secret confession, general. 10 of Cups, family. Okay, get a message with that. But let me see the other cards that come out. That's all they ever wanted. And we have It's exactly what I got. That's all they have ever wished for. But if you've never had it and you didn't get the tools to cultivate, sustain it, then it's really a pipe dream. That's all they ever wanted. 10 of Cups, a happy family. Whatever behavior you've seen them display over the years, and maybe even now, right? And maybe they were inconsistent player energy, not putting any effort, whatever it is. I don't think they realized how counterproductive the things that they did and said were to the dream that they had in their heart. So they want you to know that their secret fantasy, their greatest wish, has always been to have a happy and supportive. You see all these people, they're hugging each other? Supportive, expressive, loving, grounded, and emotionally expressive and healthy family. It's always been their greatest wish. Look, the genie coming out of the bottle here. It's always been their greatest wish. Whatever they may have told you, it's always been their greatest wish, right? And now they're trying to kind of do everything in their power to make it come true. And I see them actively manifesting here. See, we have the fire, the one in the hand. But just as they're trying to manifest their dreams, they're always going to be haters. And we have a snake in the grass right there. And I don't always read snakes as evil or deceptive, because remember, the snake was the light bearer and the bearer of wisdom and knowledge. But here there's a snake in the grass that's trying to sabotage your person's efforts. And it is so strange as well. If you look here, are you seeing the frog? Right? And they identify themselves as a frog. But look, this frog could be swimming towards the light, but this frog could also be dead, having already been bitten by the snake. It's in their nature. Remember, I don't know why that scorpion and the frog is coming through. Oh, they're talking about some family members now. Okay. It feels like, okay, so that's the first confession. This has always been their greatest wish. And because it's been always been their greatest wish, they've always been like uber supportive in their own family of origin. Okay? So they're the person that people call for money. They call to complain about each other. that kind of thing. They're everybody's backbone. They're everybody's cheerleader in their family of origin. Forget how they may have treated you, right? And no matter how much they turn their blood into water, as my mother would say, their blood into water for their family, they have always been bitten and backstabbed. So now they realize that they have to leave this family behind and move towards the light, move towards where their heart is calling them to, which is this kind of spiritual fire here, because they realize these people, these vipers, it's vipers that they have been dealing with, they're never going to change. It's in their nature. It's in their nature. Now this could be also an intimate partner that they're coming to that realization about, but I will check that out in the extended when we're talking about that situation. But I'm getting family members because family members are featured so prominently there. So we're going to ask them about their family of origin, but they're already telling you what they want to confess. Eight of Swords. And they felt trapped there for a very, very long time. What's coming through about the sacred cow? Oh. And their family has always been, that sacred cow in their family, no matter what their family did to them, or no matter what happened, they still have their back. But they realize now that they have to sustain and nurture themselves. Okay? So what I want you to know is that they're breaking free from this cycle of being there no matter what and being abused by their family members. Okay? So that's their first confession. All right. Let's ask Spirit for a confession about their child. It's something that they want you to know. We have the King of Pentacles, provider and protector. And it's interesting. Oh, they're telling us something about their father. Okay. So your person has a very strong template about that provider and protector thing, which is not bad. It's not dysfunctional in and of itself, but it is dysfunctional when we make people think that that is the only role that they play in the family, because then they may see themselves as only responsible for this, bringing in money for the family, and then not doing any of the nurturing in the home. And then the other partner may feel kind of resentful because they have to take up that slack, and maybe still to also be provider and protector. Sometimes when people get bogged down in this role, and they feel like they are only an ATM, sometimes they can act out. And it feels like for their father, the way they may have acted out, and we see the satire in the back here, right? It may have been through their sexuality. So their father may have been a philanderer as a means of escape. Now, I'm not making excuses for the father. I'm just giving you an explanation of what happened. Okay, so as a means of escape, or the pressure of being maybe even the sole provider and protected, one of the ways that they may have escaped might have been through sex, and their father may have been a philanderer. They may have even had a child outside of the family. Okay, and when that was revealed, that caused a breakdown. I even look at his throne broken, and even made it change the way that your person looked at their father figure. Still revered them, yes. Still recognize them as human, yes. But also very traumatized by the situation. And we see a skunk at the father's feet. So there's also some sort of resentment and scorn that they have for their father figure. What else they want you to know? I like this deck there. We have 10 of Wands, right? Very burdensome. Um, and maybe your person may have carried the emotional weight of the family. Okay, so if their father is out doing that, running the streets, they for the streets, they may have been their mother's emotional support. So maybe enmeshment with the mother. So whatever was happening to the mother was also happening to them, the children, in the family, and maybe especially your person. And I think I've told you about my first boyfriend, and my first boyfriend's mother used to call him her little husband. And it's because his father was a philanderer. I mean, oh my God, like he had about 10 kids outside, that kind of thing. And they were a family of 8, okay? So they already had enough at home. A family of 8, 10 kids outside. Like when we would go driving in the countryside, he's like, yeah, that's my brother, that's my sister, whatever it is, right? And he became his mother's emotional support. And at one point in time, financial support for the family as well. So it feels like that's a story that might be coming through as well. What else I want to tell you? 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, they grew up really, really fast, and they had to become independent. Some of them may have been latchkey kids. Maybe as well, um, their father may have stuck around for a little while, and then they may have left the family. Mother feeling the financial pressures may have gone to work, so they may have been a latchkey kid, as well, and maybe with just the television or their pets for company. So maybe this is going to resonate. If your person has a really strong connection with animals, it's because these animals were their friends. And we have here the 6 of Cups. They always wish that things could be different, that their family could be the family that they've always seen on TV, on the big screen. So this wish for the perfect family, for the happy family, is something that was seeded inside of them a very long time ago, right? So this is a big imprint. What do they want to tell you about their career or work life? We have the 5 of Cups. Okay, so it feels like it might be something emotionally intense. Maybe where they see death. Doctor, first responder, because there's bloodshed here. God, maybe even seeing the theater of war. We have 3 of Cups, heartbreaking. Whatever it is, it's emotionally taxing, and very draining for your person, right? Very competitive environment. We see the 5 of Wands, and this is also my drama card, okay? So always some kind of shit going on. So besides the work itself being emotionally draining, there's also like a lot of infighting amongst colleagues, and there's always some sort of drama that is popping off. And then of course they may also need to go home to drama at home. So your person right now, they are stretched pretty thin. We have the 9 of Wands. Can't trust anybody, right? You have to have your own back, right? Always have to be on guard for the next attack or the next thing that might happen, or the next catastrophe. Okay. Maybe they're in some sort of disaster preparedness. Um, yeah, yeah. First responders coming through pretty strongly, but it's something where you have to be on guard. Maybe they are a security guard. Maybe they are a policeman. Okay, but it's something where you have to be on guard. So this person lives on adrenaline. And you can only live on adrenaline for so long. After a while, you're gonna get burnt out. And I think they're telling you this because maybe that's what they're feeling right now. They just don't have the bandwidth for anything else. After work, they don't have the bandwidth for anything else. All right, what's their secret confession about you? I mean, I've been enjoying all this good stuff, but their secret confession about you. We have the Knight of Swords. Oh, they want to talk to you so bad. They do. Why are they holding back? Remember, they're practicing discipline. I don't know. They want to talk to you so bad. We have the Ace of Cups. They want to express their love so bad. Then why aren't they? We have the Queen of Pentacles. This is how they see you. Oh, so cute. And it's interesting that you have the squirrel there, and their only friend as a child, remember we were talking about it, was a squirrel. So they see you as like their only friend. Oh, yeah. They see us their only friend, the only one that they can trust. And just as they see like animals can't hurt them emotionally, they also see like you as the same thing. Like they're emotionally safe with you. That doesn't mean they're not afraid that you're going to break their heart, but they know you're not going to do it on purpose. What they want you to know, what they like most about you is your peace and calm, right? Whatever might be happening in the world, you are just steady, safe, and everybody can feel protected by you. And maybe they felt unprotected as a child because remember their father was busy doing things elsewhere. What else is their confession about you? Ten of Pentacles. So we started with the Ten of Cups, right? That was their greatest wish. And then we ended with the Ten of Pentacles with regard to you. You are their Ten of Pentacles. They feel like the realization of this happy family can happen with you. Oh, such a beautiful reading. All right. So we're gonna go into the extended. We're gonna get their secret confessions about the karmic. We'll do a sexy confession for you. That helps me tap into my own sexual energy. Get a little outlet. And then we're gonna look at their next actions towards you, okay? Okay, let me see. I love this deck, but you know, when you're shuffling, you know what? Just fuck it. Okay, I got it. All right, let's get a message. What's Spirit's advice for you at this time? Wonder who created this deck. Okay. We have, okay, so this is the image of a beautiful set of cards. And this is soulmate. And it says, your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. So you might be feeling their absence right now, but Spirit is saying that it's an illusion. They're always with you and they're certainly always thinking about you. They're certainly always thinking about you. And Spirit is saying, you know, part of manifestation is acting like it's already happened. So if you're looking to be with this person, act as if. Yeah, act as if. All right, so I'll see you guys in the extended if you're able. Otherwise, thank you so much for joining me today. Take care. Much love. Bye.